We are in a relegation battle. Like I said it last week, but I think the weekend reaffirmed it for me even more. The fact that we have to look at other teams' results and things that could hopefully help us out. You know, draws Chelsea with Burnley. Thanks for that. Ideally, Chelsea would have won that. Liverpool again with West Ham this weekend. I need Liverpool to win that. Like I think that if we stay up, I think it will be a lot down to luck and other teams being worse.
I think actually, deep abs. You guys got 38 points last season.
Yeah, babe.
That's we're not because they won a trophy. We're looking over it.
We lost 20. We lost 22 times.
We finished above you guys and you guys, and we had a terrible season where we went through managers as well.
We were a disgrace last season.
I don't think we're actually deep in how bad.
We lost 22 times. We are the only team who has lost that amount of games and had that amount of points and not gone down.
It's actually shocking, diabolical, catastrophic. Yeah. I haven't got any other words in my vocabulary to describe it.
Because like just before we went live, Josh, you said that you weren't necessarily taking Spurs too seriously in the relegation battle. But for me,
are now.
When I watch, like for me, the difference is because I would say Spurs, if you were to make a starting 11 of the relegated, threatened players, right, and you were to go like, okay, how are they when they're good? Obviously, it'll just be, I would think, for the most part, for the Spurs players.
Are you including injured players?
Yeah. I'm just including players around who are either playing, not playing, or whatever. Yeah. But for me, is I watch Spurs. That's what I said to you yesterday. Is I watch Spurs and I don't go, they believe in anything here. Whereas with the West Ham, so for example, when I watched you guys against West Ham, us against when we played you, like obviously like Souček had a pretty good game. I know he's not had the world's best season or 12 months or whatever. Bowen obviously is always going to be a threat. Mateus Fernandes, I'm a massive fan of. Like big time. So I feel like even though like you lost Lucas Paquetá and stuff, like you still believe you can win games. You've still won some games. Forest, they against Liverpool, they were so unlucky not to get at least 1 point. Leeds United, obviously they keep drawing, but they keep drawing against like in hard games where you think otherwise they'd lose. Spurs.
Do you know how long this is that I've got to do this? Like
I looked at you, just sat there, and then I was looking at you on the screen. And Abby's just sat there.
Slumped in her chair.
I've got to have this conversation. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Get used to it, Abs.
Thursday.
You have to get used to it.
And I'm here again on Friday.
What about Saturday?
No, I'm actually not. I'm in Kent this weekend.
Well, you've
not
got
Saturday, Sunday, and then we come back to Monday, and then Tuesday.
And you've got a tough game this weekend against Fulham at Craven Cottage.
I know.
Mate, and they smashed Sunderland as well.
They're a good team. I don't think we've won at Fulham for 5.
Mate.
I think it was 5 years the last time we won for them.
No, but Abs, you made a good point off camera. Who are going to be the characters in your squad that's going to really grind that results and get...
They're on the bench.
And have been there, done that.
They're injured.
This is what I'm saying. You're looking at Kulusevski, you're looking at Maddison, who's going to step up and provide that bit of magic. Who are you looking at now?
I genuinely... The only one I would say that has a bit of bottle and bollock about him is probably someone like João Palhinha.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Top end of the pitch.
Huh?
Are you still in love with him?
Yeah, I like Palhinha. I do actually like Palhinha.
Still like him?
Yeah.
But it's just not enough one man on his
own.
own.
Palhinha is not... Guys, Palhinha is not the issue. Like,
I know. I was just wondering.
It's very rare that he has a bad game. Like, in terms of what I'm watching everyone else.
Yeah.
But like, he's a one-man band. Like, I like Palhinha. Again, you've got to fill in because Romero's an idiot and he's missed 7 games this season through being suspended. Hate him. Yeah. And look, I look at the bare bones of Spurs in terms of like, if I looked at the team itself, I love Lucas Bergvall. Love him. Obviously, he's out, basically.
Good player. I like him. Talented.
I like Archie Gray. I like Palhinha. I don't hate Conor Gallagher. I hate the performances I'm watching, but I don't hate him as a player. I like Destiny Udogie. He's just always injured. I love Kulusevski. He's been out for near on a year coming up. Maddison, again, he's been basically injured for 2 seasons, basically.
And why did you sell Brennan Johnson, one of your better players?
Because firstly, if someone's going to offer you 35 million, you absolutely bite the hand.
Yeah, but you ain't I don't know what your bank account's like, but...
You bite the hand. And also, it was again, typical Tottenham luck that Kudus gets injured the next day.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. How handy would he be to you now?
Well, I say handy. Brandon is...
Marty, what do you think he's going to be doing?
I'll be honest. No,
he's not going to be dragging them out and scoring goals, clutch goals.
The one thing that Brennan does is score goals.
Yeah, that's what he
does. However,
and they lack goals.
But you have to create. And the problem is we have no one that can create. So I like Solanke. I do. I wouldn't compare. Obviously, you can't compare him to a generational world-class player like Harry Kane. And you can't obviously look at what the options are on the left. We have no one on the left. We don't.
He's probably not going to score the goals up.
Because also you didn't replace someone like Son. So it is what it is. Plus, you've got 13 available players.
Abby, would you swap your front three for our front three?
Who is your front three?
Bowen,
Abbi?
and we got Somerville. who you
Somerville's
guys were
brilliant.
after in the summer, in January.
What did I say to you both? We only do clubs. We only do business with relegation clubs.
Do you know what as well? One thing I'll
So
say
what?
about
How do you?
West Ham-
Easy,
how-
easy,
no, but it's
easy,
true.
easy,
we
easy,
do business mostly. We do business mostly with clubs that are in a relegation battle year in, year out. Right? That will be Leeds. That will be Forest. That would be West Ham, for example, and Burnley. Okay, so you tell me, when you do business most of the time with those type of clubs, or you take the odd scrap here from PSG, because if they were that good, they wouldn't be on the chopping block. If you've got teams that are basically made up of those type of players, then what do you expect? Where do you think you're going to be?
What if that's your level, though?
Leicester, James Maddison. We wanted James Maddison years before, but we wouldn't pay the money. When did we get him? After they went down.
And then he got his ACL blown out.
His ACL.
It's a
They
shame.
tried to sign Morgan Gibbs-White.
MCL and an ACL.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You said Somerville. I rate Somerville. I think you've
player,
got two good wings. And I'll tell you who is also a very good player that I noticed is that Kante.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's
I think
a
he's
young
a-
midfielder.
I think he's a good player.
Who's shown promise in our
he's a good player.
21s and the 18s. He's good, but I don't think he's got the experience. Like, we've got
No. I'm not saying that you're going to play him in that role every game, all
He isn't
game,
gonna
every
be the guy
game.
that's gonna keep
But
us
what an option to have in, squad depth for you guys. I've watched him. When I've watched him, I thought he looked really strong. And that's the difference. Is some of the football, like that game with United was tight, really tight that you had. And to be honest, I thought you were really unlucky. That game against Bournemouth the other night that I watched.
The thing is, we're showing promise, but it's just whether it's too little, too late. That's the only thing.
Well, I think.
We're getting so close to May now.
What's your assessment of, obviously, after Graham Potter, since Nuno's come in? Like, because it's been progress. It's been good progress, I'd say, from where you were under Potter, the face swap era. Then heading with Nuno, it didn't start fantastically under Nuno, but it seems like he's getting the players together now. Is the impression
We
I'm
just
getting.
need stability, bro. As soon as we had a bit of stability, we knew what our starting lineup was going to be week in, week out, like our core, our spine. We've now got our spine, and now you're starting to see results. And it's when you got characters like Jared Bowen, who if there's a moment where it lands to him, 8 times out of 10, he'll put it away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's vital.
The goal
I look at
Suchek scored against
Spurs.
us was the
Suchek's another.
It was the only chance that you actually had in that game.
Another one.
And he took it.
You know, Suchek, you're getting a minimum 7 out of 10. He ain't going to be the best player on the ball. He's not going to pick out and hit a diag 60-yard, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
he will grind and he will pop up with a goal. He will pop up with a clutch tackle. Do you know what I mean? And I think in a relegation battle, you need these characters. So I'm hoping that helps us out. And, because these players have been there and they've done that. Do you know what I mean?
So this show
Well, I
was
think that's
titled
the
The
thing.
Relegation Show.
The exact title was Forest, West Ham, Spurs relegation battle.
It was.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, the thing is, obviously,
It is a relegation.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
But I don't think that's necessarily. Obviously, it is something to taunt Abby over a little bit. But at the same time,
I have nothing left. I'm literally Ian Beale. I've got nothing left.
Someone clip that up, please.
Got nothing left. Leave me alone.